Die Rede ist von Sippi, Steffen Siepmann. Gegner von Steffen Siepmann kommt aus Stoke-on-Trent, ist die aktuelle 87 der Welt. Ein exzellenter Sänger übrigens, der es mal in der TV-Sendung X-Factor weit geschafft hat. Und deshalb trägt er auch diesen Spitznamen X-Factor, Andy Boulton.
3 places still up for grabs in the second round of the International Darts Open here in Riesa. Andy Boulton has the task of trying to topple one of the German host nation qualifiers, Steffen Siepmann, who we've seen a few times now on the European Tour. He's had a few good results in the last couple of years as well. He may well prove a handful for Andy Boulton, who is a man who, on the European Tour in particular, can prove a handful for anyone. He's had a few deep runs on these stages in the last few years, and he'll be hoping to embark on another one here. It's Boulton, the X-Factor, against Steffen Siepmann, and Mark Webster joins me for it.
Yeah, particularly look forward to seeing how Andy Boulton deals with the occasion up there, playing against a home favourite. But as you said, Andy Boulton's got some pedigree on this European Tour stage. He's had runs to 2 quarterfinals and a semi-final appearance. He got to a quarterfinal in this very venue just a couple of years back, and the eventual champion Mensur Suljovic was crowned. A different sort of challenge for Andy Boulton here tonight.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. First leg, Steffen to throw first. Game on!
What's it like playing those host nation qualifiers, Mark? Have you had a game or two against German players in Germany or anything similar?
Yeah, on a few occasions. I played Max Hopp in this venue a couple of years back, and yeah, it was that was a different challenge. You've got the quality of Max. It was the ones where I played Bernd Royth in front of a home crowd. It wasn't a particularly good game, but they got behind him and I just closed it out. And back in the early days, I played Andre Weld. He was very casual play. He'd sort of walk in the venue and he was never practicing. And actually hit a 9 darts against him, but ended up on the losing side. And Andre Weld was probably a player who should have done better out of his career. He had so much ability, but maybe just a bit too laid back. But yeah, it is tricky because, as you know, Chris, the German crowd do get behind their players. And if this game gets close, pressure will mount on Andy.
Yeah, well, Steffen Siepmann will be becoming better and better known. He's now playing in his 6th European Tour event, and his best was his first. His debut in Jena a couple of years ago, when he enjoyed victories against Andrew Gilding and Joe Cullen to reach the last 16. He's never matched that, but he has had victories since then against Jermaine Wattermainer and Mickey Mansell, so it does suggest that he could press on Boulton in this match. And Boulton doesn't have a tour card, but as you alluded to with his progression in previous events, certainly a very capable darts player.
167.
Yeah, he's just got. He's a solid player. He still plays around the local events up in Ayrshire where he lives, and he picks them off now. And then that's match practice, and he goes on tour.
Game show in the first leg.
He's had a steady year. He's in the He's in the Provisional World Championship spots this year. He regained his card in January, so he'll want to make that second appearance at the World Championship and then consolidate his tour card next year.
Well, he almost demonstrated some of the X factor, but narrowly missed the bullseye for that 167 out. Siepmann hanging on to his throw by a thread, really.
80.
It was a nerve settler for Siepmann. When you go up there and you've got the darts, you just want to get that first leg on the board, no matter how it comes. If it comes in 12 darts, great, but you just need to get it on the board. He had a little scare, Andy Boulton just missing the bullseye.
Winner of this to take on Johnny Clayton, the winner on the Euro Tour himself, of course. Collected £25,000 and the green jacket in Graz last year.
140.
Andy Boulton in qualifying defeated Steve Lennon and Tony Newell. He was actually 5-1 down to Tony Newell. Came back to win that one, so Comes rather fortunate to be here.
59.
Yeah, good win against Lennon in particular. That is a very consistent player that he's beaten. Have a look at another big check out, and Siepmann has left himself handy. Having had his throw under threat in the first leg, he's now threatening to break Boulton.
25. Stefan
Should get at least that at the bullseye. The 15 or 19, he's on 19, so 12 for ball. Bullseye to double his lead.
56.
And as Andy Boulton did in the first leg, he just misses the bullseye.
17.
That bounce out has made this finish awkward for Andy.
You have no margin for error. Has to find a treble with one of his first two darts. Hasn't managed it.
42. Stefan, you require 25.
Getting an early lead here will help the crowd get behind him.
9 scores.
Chances
And
again.
he requires 75.
But again, you'd have to argue Andy's not left it really handy from the 117.
Yes, not handy Andy at all, is it?
18 for tops. For the hold the throw.
35. Stefan, you
Siepmann
require
gets more
16.
opportunities to break the Andy Boulton throw.
And he keeps getting chances. Is he going to take one? He hasn't. You just get the feeling that
And you require
even
40.
this early in the match, that may well come back to bite him.
It's afford Andy Boulton the opportunity to settle into this match. Can he convert?
20.
He's missing doubles as well, so
Stefan, you require 16.
nerve show from both players in this leg.
Game show.
Finally hits it.
Stefan Siepmann.
His 23rd dart of the leg. It's a breaker throw, and
Came on.
to argue a deserved breaker throw for Stefan Siepmann.
It's not often you see a 23 dart breaker throw.
85.
Stefan Siepmann will think all his Christmases have come at once.
Whilst Andy hasn't had the best of start, he's an experienced player. Won't panic just yet.
One run on 40.
140 there from Siepmann. We'll take encouragement from that last leg. Yes, it was in 23 darts, but
One run on 40.
break and throw.
You mentioned that he's on course to qualify for the World Championship. He's had a decent year on the Pro Tour, a couple of runs to the quarterfinals on the floor. Although it didn't go to plan earlier this week. He was beaten in the first round on both Tuesday and Wednesday by Jelle Klaassen, who we're going to see in the next match against Joe
Stefan, you
Mernon.
require
Devon Peterson.
155.
Siepmann just has to set up the shot. Knows he'll return.
99.
That'll do.
Boulton has to hit big. Can't afford to give Siepmann as many chances as he has been doing. He's going to get 2 more darts at double as a minimum. This time he only needs 1. Stefan Siepmann is halfway there here.
And he needs to settle into this match and settle in quickly.
100. 100.
Since the change in rules for the host nation qualifiers, which ruled out the tour card holders such as Hupp, Schindler and Clements, they are basically amateur players that are qualifying. And Stefan Siepmann, if he goes on to win 3 more legs, will have a record of winning his first match in 4 out of 6 events that he's qualified for. That is very, very impressive.
Yeah, it's steady progress for Siepmann, and he'll give him more experience, because I'm assuming he's going to Q school in January, and he'll be all the better for this experience. He'll approach Q school with a lot more confidence and knowing he can beat top players on the big stage.
Yeah, he did have a go at Q school earlier this year. He only managed to win 3 matches across the days that he entered there. Of course, there will again be a European Q school, which is the one he competed in. Played simultaneously with the UK, rest of the world one. 76 for Boulton. Earns himself 2 darts at double. Needs something to settle him down. Is that it?
Andy Boulton.
It's better for Andy Boulton than a 15 dart leg holder throw. Converts the 76 combination. Now needs to attack the Stefan Siepmann throw. And we see doubles woes for both players, really. Just 1 from 7 for Andy Boulton.
$96. 100.
Back-to-back turns from Andy Boulton. Starting to settle into this tie now.
59.
There's a little window just to put a bit of pressure on the Stefan Siepmann throw.
Yeah, if you look at Siepmann's averages over time, he's playing about as well as you can expect him to play based on that. So Boulton knows that if he can up his game a little bit, then he's likely to go back into this match. Siepmann, the high end of his game is around that 90 mark. Of course, he's trying to improve, and he may yet be able to produce better. But Andy Boulton will know that this game is not beyond him. It's not like he's going up there and blowing him out of the park.
That's where Andy can take encouragement. There has been opportunities. Here's another one. He will get 1 dart to get that breaker throw back.
69.
Just the wrong side of the wire.
Just hasn't been leaving himself close enough, has he, Andy Boulton? When Siepmann's missed, he's been on 3 dart checkouts rather than more simple finishes, and that's why Siepmann being able to play with very little pressure.
And Siepmann now goes into second round.
140.
3 consistent, simple throw. Both players, really. There's not too much that can go wrong, is there?
No, it's good actions from both of them. It's Andy there. It's just a nice solid action.
59. 43.
Paramount Andy holds throw in this leg.
Yeah, it seems like it's getting to the stage, if it's not already at the stage, where it's must win for Andy Boulton.
98.
Touched on it in an earlier game as well, Murph. You just got to keep your opponent away from 5. Still gives you that slight margin for error.
Yeah, well, obviously it's easier to claw back a smaller number of legs, but just think back to that comeback from Rob Cross against Darryl Gurney at the World Match Play, keeping him a couple away.
Yeah, knows there's still work to do. And that's what Andy's got to keep telling himself. Convert this leg. He needs a big leg on the Siepmann throw. He just hasn't got out the blocks with a big score yet on the Stefan Siepmann throw.
88.
And he needs that. Should he close this leg out?
158. And he requires 16.
This is what he's needed. Approaching the hockey, 3 darts in hand at double.
He
definitely needed that.
Andy Boulton. 7th leg, Stefan to throw first. Game on.
That's an opportunity now for Andy. Only 45. The opening visit from Siepmann. Can Andy punish?
60.
Only 60.
It's the 3rd appearance on the Euro Tour of the year for Andy Boulton. He did beat Josh Payne in the first round of the German Darts Championship before losing out to Darryl Gurney. He was knocked out by Vincent van der Voort in his opener at the other one. That was the Dutch Darts Masters.
Good second and third dart from Andy there. He needed them as well. Will it force a slip from Siepmann? Slight opening for Andy Boulton now. A 10 minimum needed, you feel. Needs a treble. He gets it with his last dart. Again, a good visit from Andy Boulton. And we've seen him 76 combination already in this match. Will he get a chance?
Well, this could be the point.
80.
The tables are turned. Boulton Bray is very much in this match. Once again finds a treble.
Game shot and
the double very, very nicely done from Andy Boulton. A precious shot, but he looked cucumber cool.
Yeah, good leg from Andy Boulton. In particular, I was impressed with the 1-2-5 that put the pressure, forced the error from Siepmann, because after hitting a 5 first dart, he followed up with 2 treble 20s, and he starts this leg with a maximum now. So this is more like the Andy Boulton we know.
He doesn't give much away in terms of demeanour, but hasn't looked particularly bothered, has he, during this match? Not showing any signs of frustration. He just kept calm and carried on.
Yeah, he had, to be fair. There's been no negative body language coming from Andy. It would have been easy to slip into his game after, particularly that second leg with all those doubles missed. But he's just kept composed. He'll have been telling himself that opportunities would come, and they did in that last leg. But he forced the opportunity himself. It's a great opportunity now to level up the match.
All the stars spotted in the crowd just then.
59.
Phil Taylor, Raymond van Barneveld, Peter Wright, who we will get to see on the stage tomorrow night against Richie Edhouse.
100.
Impressive performance from Richie Edhouse early on this evening. Some big finishes.
Yeah, I thought he could have been pushed by David Venken, who had a good qualifying campaign.
He posted 103 average in the final game of qualifying, so Richie was expecting more, but he did his job. He said sets up that tie with Peter Wright tomorrow night.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
83.
And in the end, it could have been much, much better from Boulton, who may only get one dart at double when he returns. Siepmann hasn't really been able to make much progress. Boulton looking comfortable. A strange position where he's been the man trailing but still looked like the man in control, and now he's level.
It's 370 combination shots, 276 and a 77 Andy's got rid of in this match, and we're level at 4 legs apiece.
81.
He's threatening to post a 70 something average at 3-0 down, but he's upped his game.
It's a test of Andy's demeanour up there. Like you said, he's not been letting any negative traits creep into his game. It's evident in that exact shot there that he's pulled it into the 5 but covered on treble 19 and treble 20. Still managing to get a ton plus visit. And it's Siepmann feeling the pressure now.
Yeah, it's solid stuff now from Andy Boulton, who may well take his average into the 90s, finish with an average in the 90s, and it wasn't looking like that for the first half of this tie.
85.
It's a testament to how well he's played in the last 3 legs to claw his way back into the match. He's trying to finish the job now.
85.
We discussed it earlier in the day, but he certainly could be a handful for Johnny Clayton.
His forward's been a little indifferent over the last few months, but he did get to the quarterfinals in the Euro Tour last weekend. In the last 32 with Barnsley this week, so steady stuff going into this Euro Tour for the Ferret, Johnny Clayton.
Well, let's see if Siepmann can stay in it. He hasn't got a dart in this combination at double.
56.
But 94 is a tricky number. How confident is he feeling? Is it bullseye first?
There's plenty of room if he double 6 for another good finish for Andy Boulton, and just inside. And there's the first sign of a little frustration for Andy Boulton. That'll be for his 4th leg on the spin.
Well, he had Stefan Siepmann clinging to the cliff edge, but he's offered him a hand back up. Siepmann is one away here. It looked an almost certain end to the story, the way that Boulton had started playing, but a narrow miss has let Siepmann back in. And maybe was predicting what might happen in the next round between Clayton and Boulton was premature.
Yeah, good finish from Siepmann, especially under the circumstance. He hadn't really had a sniff at the double in the previous three legs. But that shot guarantees at least that he will throw for the match. If needed, he'll want to get it done in this leg, but he's got the insurance of having the darts in the deciding leg.
And you can just hear the crowd have woken up a little bit. It felt like they were resigned to the fact that Boulton was going to close it out, but all of a sudden they might start to play a part. And Boulton hasn't looked at any point like a man under pressure. He'll certainly be feeling it now. The first job is to hold his own throw. Sensibly, he stays up.
82.
That doesn't help. That last dart, very, very loose.
Slip from Andy there, but
it's another dodgy finish, though, isn't it? 79, because you're looking at treble 19, and if you hit it, double 11 is not favourable. Doesn't have to worry about that now. He's got a clear bed at double 10.
and a 4th finish in the 70 figures for Andy Boulton. 79 to go along with the 276 and a 77, and forces the deciding leg.
Yeah, show of respect. Enjoying the 70s that much, Mark. He'll be wearing platform shoes and flares tonight.
60.
Needed for Andy Boulton.
Yeah, the 60 from Russ Bray would have been music to his ears.
And he's punished it as well. To be fair to Andy, forget those early legs, it's been a really good performance.
Yeah, Siepmann probably, just looking down the list, probably the toughest of the 6 host nation qualifiers that he could have drawn.
100.
He produced about what we'd expect him to produce, and Boulton has remained cool, calm, collected, and despite being behind for most of the match, in control of his emotions, and looks, well, he is now in control of the outcome of the tie. He snatched the darts in the decider, and it's his to lose.
100.
Yeah, he'd have taken that 9 darts, thrown him down to finish. Siepmann has to switch, and he doesn't, so Andy's got 6 darts, 161 to book his place.
161.
In the second round against the Ferret.
The second round shaping up very, very nicely indeed. We'll run you through some of the fixtures in the next couple of matches. Make sure you join us again tomorrow, 1 PM local time. That's 12 if you're watching back in the UK. Boulton has had a few combination checkouts. This would be the highest finish. Not going to be.
60.
Gives Siepmann
Require
a long shot, but a shot all the same.
100.
Andy should get 2 darts
Require 41.
for a place in the second round. This will be the first time he's led in the match. And he misses the opportunity. He'll be kicking himself because he's forced the error from Siepmann but couldn't take the opportunity.
Different kind of pressure on Siepmann, the crowd on their feet in anticipation. Boulton has blinked right at the death. And Stefan Siepmann has not taken advantage. Boulton breathes a sigh of relief.
More match darts coming for Andy Boulton. Double 2. Double 1. And he misses again. Surely this time Siepmann won't let Andy Boulton off the hook.
Well, it is Friday the 13th and it's turned into a horror show at the end for Andy Boulton, but Stefan Siepmann is trying his best to keep calm. And in the end, he hits a double to get over the line. Boulton can't quite believe that he hasn't booked a place in the second round. He looked comfortable in that last leg decider, but squandered opportunities to win the match. And Stefan Siepmann, for the 4th time in 6 European Tour outings, has won his first match, and it will be he who goes through to face the Ferret tomorrow.
Matchstarts auch für Andy Boulton, aber der Sieger heißt Stefan Siepmann. Und er ist damit der zweite Deutsche in der zweiten Runde nach Michael Rosenauer. Und es wird Johnny Clayton warten. Gratuliere dir. Das sah beim 4-1 alles entspannt aus. Es wurde es hinten raus nicht unbedingt, ne?
Ja, ich musste es einfach spannend machen. Nein, nein, war nicht gewollt, aber deshalb super Atmosphäre und von daher hatten sie mich gut gepusht, dass ich da nochmal reingekommen bin.
Wie bist du innerlich? Du siehst ja nach außen, wirkst du sehr ruhig. Innerlich ist die Pumpe schon oben?
Ja, innerlich ist sie ganz oben. Also, ich bin völlig erleichtert, dass das geklappt hat.
Ich glaube auch so, jeder Sieg auf der European Tour ist einfach ein klasse Erfolg. Johnny Clayton morgen. Johnny Clayton finde ich immer einer, den man gar nicht so auf dem Zettel hat, auch wenn er schon ein European Tour Turnier gewinnen konnte, aber einer, der saugefährlich ist, einer aus dem Top 16.
Ja, aber man darf nie jeden unterschätzen, ne? Und deswegen
Wirst du nicht machen. Wir sehen uns morgen wieder, Steffen. Gratuliere dir. Steffen Siepmann. Johnny Clayton, sein Gegner morgen.